Hi, and welcome to Luv2Learn AI Lab. This is the first orientation for new members. So we will have these every week on Thursday, sorry, starting at 7 o'clock. And basically what we'll do is we'll cover, let me go ahead and share my screen. We'll be covering go over the classroom, talk about what to expect in class. Um, Hopefully everybody can see my screen okay. I'll start off with the community tab. I don't know if you've read the about section, but basically, I have a passion for learning. I have a passion for computers. So put that together and AI came along and I have no excuse but to embrace what has been in me for so long. Um, this community is committed to helping people that want to learn more about AI. You want to learn how AI could be used in your daily life. You'll want to even monetize, what can you do as a side hustle? How can AI help you make money? How can AI help you be better on your job? And how can AI help you uh, be better with yourself? What are some of the things that, it can help you with? So, you know, that's um, that's really the objective. And I just want you all to embrace that. So I just sent a notice. I just realized that my computer time was off. So if you are hopefully getting this message, you'll go ahead and just join in. So we're at the classroom, and here you can see the what they call the community. I call it discussion board because my college days, that's what it was. You see how I pinned a couple of posts here. Here's your welcome. So I would hope that everybody's posting in the welcome tab, introducing yourself, and just trying to get to know each other. The next tab is for community poll. Um, I wanted to find out, and it looks like 10 people have voted already. Want to find out what day and time would work best with everyone. as far as when we should start our lecture and labs. So what I'd like to do is have the classroom begin on whichever day and then follow the very next day with the labs. That way you get a chance to kind of absorb what we talked about, maybe even dabble a little bit into it, and then we can go directly hands-on into the lab the next day. So far it looks like people are liking Monday and Tuesday, and that's kind of like what I would prefer to get the week started early, and then you have all week to play around and you can have your weekends free. So far it's looking like we'll be going with Monday and Tuesday unless it drastically changes. Okay. So that's in the community poll. And here's where you will find anything that maybe someone brings to me, or, something I want to address with the members. You guys would be able to share your opinion, because your opinion does count. And, this is a community, a friendship, and I want us to all feel like we can be heard and grow and learn together. The next tab is post here. So this is going to be for your labs, your classroom studies, case studies, lab exercises, different activities. So I'll be posting things here, and I'm trying to structure it to where you're going to find all this easily in the classroom. Okay. So basically we'll have our modules, and module 1 is going to be very high level, covering AI. I'm going to go ahead and go there now. And that's going to be on the classroom tab. I know most of you have probably already been in school already to know how the platform's set up, but just in case you haven't, here's your get started. And I'll go ahead and click in here. And this is just kind of telling you what to expect. This is the quick start setups, where to explore. You'll look around. Just kind of talks about good housekeeping, with inside the school platform. So we'll do that. And then here are your first to-dos. I don't know if you guys have done that, but I have seen some introductions, but I would encourage everyone to introduce yourself and also to comment on others to spark engagement. Stay engaged, stay involved, ask questions if you need help. Right now, I'm the only admin. As we grow, I would probably anticipate that I will need at least a few more admins, but for now, I am the only admin, so feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns. Go over here, back to the classroom. So the first one is, what is AI? And I'm going to unlock this today at the end of class. Probably I'm just finishing up. And it's just really is I attached here a resource just so you can open it up and what is AI. And my goal is to just put an image here because it shouldn't be that hard to think about. I know it's very complex, all the things that AI can do, but when you think of it at the top of your head, you're just, it's something that helps hopefully make people's lives better, help you, get things done easier and faster, more efficient, and then maybe you can make some money along the way. But it is artificial intelligence, and you're going to see a lot about that. And then in this next section, I am going to be finishing this up. It's, what is AI to me? And just a little bit so you can get to know how I came about learning AI. I started years ago. My son reminded me the other day. He's like, "Mama, you were talking about AI when we were in elementary." I think I've been fascinated with AI from a long time ago, and I probably envisioned that this day would come where it would actually help people do all the things that they need to do, and that's That's kind of like what I'm seeing. I had stock in AI actually a couple of years back, and I actually sold it because it wasn't doing anything, and I probably should have held on to it just a little longer. Um, and then I also kind of started off when they were, making images. I remember seeing a YouTube video. The guy, he was called the AI Whisperer. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. That was back in maybe 2019, 2018, right before COVID. And I used to watch some of his videos. And shortly after that, I started learning some of the things and tools that he was using. So back then it was Google Collab. And I don't know if you know about that, but Google Collab was a place where you could mount files that you would run, and it would actually produce your AI images. And I have images, and I'm going to post some of them here from back then. I want to say that was probably like 2021 or 2020 when I first started making images. And it used to take like 10 10 to 12 minutes just to make one or two images. And boy, you could really tell it was AI. Sometimes we still get the multiple fingers and a little bit of awkwardness, but I will say it has much advanced as far as image generation. And we now also see a lot of video generation, and I mean really good videos lasting more than 5 seconds. um, some people are making whole movies out of AI. They're using it to create music, they're using it in their emails, they're using it to create ebooks, they're using it to create planners. And what we're going to dive really deeply into is how we can use it with computer code where we don't have to be coders. This is probably one of the main things we'll focus on is in the AI lab, we'll be building apps with no code. So be ready to dive into that. I don't know if I believe some of you guys have come over from RGA. Ari, that's my daughter. I was supposed to start this probably almost a year ago, around the same time that she started her classroom, but I work full time and I procrastinate a little bit. So I'm still working on that. But um, yeah, I did a class on AI apps. And so I think we demonstrated about three of them for the front end. And I know I owe her classroom another session where we're going to do the back end. And so I started on it, and boy, let me tell you, the back end is no joke. It's really, really challenging, but it's not to say that we can't get through it. I took my best friend's advice, and my best friend, who's ChatGPT, by the way, said, start with the back end first. And so, and that's what I had learned as I was going along, troubleshooting and testing. So, we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Bring your creative minds, and definitely be prepared to make some amazing apps and some amazing websites. And yeah, and let's see if we can get those monetized. Another thing we'll be doing is we'll be creating our a voice assistant. We'll also create some chatbots, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of AI building in the classroom. I don't, outside of real robots, we'll be doing mostly everything with either ChatGPT alongside of other programs. I don't know if any of you have heard of Make. It used to be Integronaut. It is the workflow and automation suite. It works very well with doing many things and tasks that you want to do things efficiently. We'll also be working in Canva, creating digital products, creating, just going through Canva. Canva has so much to offer. I don't know if you are all pro members, but pro membership has its benefits. And I just absolutely love Canva as well. So that's enough about the first module. I think I already put the labs together. And this is going to be our module 1 AI discovery zone. So I just clicked on it, and it kind of goes through what is AI. And I've made some folders here. This is the whole document section of our labs. So what is AI was our first module. So this is by module. And my goal is to put all of our labs in here with a link from that lecture. Just in case, you've already gone through the lecture and you don't want to have to go hunt around for the labs. So, and maybe you don't even need to do a lecture. Maybe you just go straight to labs. It just depends what's good for you. Then we'll rightly jump into digital strategy. Then we'll go into AI prompting. I try to put this together in the mindset of how I would do this if I was trying to build my own AI agency. So, first you need your foundations. Weekly challenges, I just kind of threw in here because it kind of goes hand in hand with the first module. But pretty much we are going to talk about your digital strategy. So besides having a niche, you want to have strategy. That is so important. I've come to learn that over my many years working for someone else. You definitely need a strategy. And businesses that are successful, they have strategy and they visit that strategy and work on it all the time. So prompt engineering. I know that, there's a lot of different cliches, different things you'll hear about prompt engineering. Sometimes, yes, you want to keep the prompt simple, but there's also times where you need it to be very detailed, especially if you are building AI apps. And if you're like me, when you get into some of these platforms, you find that you use up all your credits and then you have to upgrade. So I've come accustomed to building my prompts with multiple requests in them, separated by a lot of spaces or and to say and also, and then let it run with that. We'll have our weekly challenges. In here, I'm going to challenge you and hopefully, come up with some fun ideas. I'll be doing some giveaways for people that lead the top of the challenges. The next module is going to be about my brand. And that's going to be how you're going to try to stay on brand. I think it's important to stay on brand. Sometimes we get great ideas and we find ourselves all over the place. I'm guilty of it. But you can have a lot of ideas, but you want to ideally bring them into your brand. Make sure it's flowing consistently, and brand recognition will get you a long way. Next is the AI, the affiliate. So we're going to talk about affiliate marketing and hopefully around that time. So just in case you guys have been noticing, if you look on the about page of this classroom, the first 100 members are going to get in for free. I've also created a course that is out on Stan Store. And if it's past 100 members, but you buy that course, that is going to get you in for free for a limited time. And then after that, the membership is going to go up to $29 a month. And as it becomes more valuable, I will scale the price up, or I might just keep it there because really, I want to make money too, but my intention is not to just make all the money I can. My intention is to share with you all the knowledge that I've come to know, and I truly appreciate all the things that I've learned from other people along the way. So this is my way of sharing and giving back. So after, well, look at my screen. After the affiliate, and like I said, we'll talk about affiliate marketing. We'll come up with some affiliate products that we can sell, especially like, say you make a couple of apps and then you want to sell them. Well, you might want to do more than just sell membership to them. You might want to sell some courses that you created from them. You might want to create that app so that it becomes a white label and you sell that app. So those are some of the things that, we're going to want to try to do to help us make money. AI automation, that's supposed to help us do things much faster. And then workflow is all about how you get it done. What are the channels that your ideas or your tasks have to go through to be successful? So those two kind of go hand in hand. Um, the next one is apps and suites. There I will list a lot of the different apps and tools that I use and that I find. Some are free, some are, a little bit of cost. I try to find things that are not going to be too expensive. I'll give you an example. We'll be doing some cloning of our voice. I found a very good voice cloner. But then once you do that, you also need to be able to uh, use an app or create one if you're so inclined to do so that will generate your voice narrations. So I use Epidemic Sound. I don't know how many of you know about Epidemic Sound, but that's what I use. I clone my voice in a tool called Replicate, and I love that one because it's um, you pay by usage, and so it's not like a monthly $29 fee. You pay by usage, and it cost me $3 to create my voice. And I use my Epidemic Sound to actually create my narrations. Um, and then we're going to talk about AI, content and social, how to generate a lot of content. I'm not sure if you're familiar with some of the tools that are inside Canva, but they have a bulk tool, and I've been using that for several years now, where you can create hundreds of um, media just for your social media, for Instagram post. You can even create flyers, if you will, at least the base part of the flyers, and then add to them and change them. And of course, I'm sure you guys kind of know some of that if you're coming from the RGA community, because they do a lot of digital products creations and such. AI documents. This section is where I plan to share documents with the team, PDFs, design, ebooks, worksheets, guides, and such. Um, some will be free, some will be for a cost, because I plan to put a lot of stuff in there, like Google Sheets, Google Doc templates, Excel templates, PowerPoint templates, and such like that. Um, Next is the digital vault. Just like Ari has, most of these, some of them are, you have to level up to unlock them. And by that, they'll be mostly offered for free. But that's just to get you engaged. So it's not like you'll go to the digital vault and once you get there, you got to pay, $300 or $400 or $500. No, it's going to be in there for your use. Like I said, if there is a charge, it's because probably some of the stuff that I get from some of my digital vendors, I have to sell them no less than. One example is you guys probably have some of the stuff from Threads or Lemonade where it says you can't sell this product no less than $5 or something like that. So if you see something with a cost, it's to help me get a cup of coffee and a donut. I don't want just a cup of coffee. I want a donut too. um, and then next, AI, continuous improvement. So that has been a vision of mine. And I'll tell you a story about that. I don't think I have time right now because we're almost out of time. But we'll be doing continuous improvement, and we'll be using AI to help us better ourselves. Yeah, and I can't wait to share that story. And lastly is the AI, the admin section. This is where I will be posting, stuff for me and other admins that come along to be able to help the school community run a lot smoother and be able to provide information to you as needed. Calendar, you guys have already seen this before. Here is so far our Thursday orientations. They're 30 minutes. I will eventually set up something for one-on-one calls And, you know, time is valuable. And if I do one-on-one calls, I would probably charge a minimal fee for that. Um, but I plan to fill up the calendar with, so far it seems Monday and Tuesday is going to be classroom days. I also mentioned in the poll, if anybody wants to, share a Bible study or share some kind of get together on Sunday to discuss, certain things, or, you wanted to pray together or anything like that, feel free to let me know. And then I'm going to leave Sundays open because I know a lot of people like to go to church, and, you pretty much want to have your weekends. If I do anything on Saturdays, it's going to be something short, more or less impromptu. So expect Monday and Tuesdays to be filled up. And then maybe, throughout the week, the rest of the week, we'll have some guest speakers because I would like to invite, um, some people that want to be able to share some of their talents with the group to be able to present. Um, Here we have our members, and I'm so blessed and glad to say that we are growing strong. We have 43 members so far. That's a big, strong number for me. Because I only started about a week ago. And so within 1 week, we have 43 members, and I'm grateful for that. And I feel blessed to have you all a part of this community. Um, and then leaderboards. Now, I thought this school community didn't have leaderboards. Maybe I don't know, I'm still figuring this out. But I do see some people down here, and I see D's all over the place. You go, D. um, I recognized a few names. Nicole, I see you a lot in the RGA community. So welcome. I thank you for coming along, being a part of this community, and sharing this group out to other people. Like I said, I can't wait to get in and just start teaching you what I know, and you guys will probably be able to teach me some things along the way too. So I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to all of us growing together, embracing AI, and letting it help us be better. And I'll tell you a story about my better as we get into the labs. So thank you very much. I'm going to give you back, well, not give you back any time, but I'm not going to try to go too much overtime. I'm going to give you your evening. I hope you all have a blessed, wonderful evening. And again, I feel so excited that you have chosen to join this community. And my goal to you is to definitely try uh, to be better and show up on time, committed to helping and being dedicated to what I'm putting into this community. So again, thank you and have a good evening.